see this way. Yeah, I don't know, I'll probably put headphones on. Sorry, got that. A little bit better sound. Yep, good. So I hear first, I see you with your back at me in some uniform. I'm trying to capture your name because I heard captain, and you're saying yes. I see you as a male human in the male uniform. In the yeah, like a male in the uniform. It's black. It's got the metallic, like golden kind of chains on the shoulders. Kind of looks like a classical soldier's uniform. And commander. Let me try to find a tag. I'll go to the scene where they call you by name. You know, they call you Commander Ra, but I see CH at the end. RACH. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it sounds like Ra. And here you turned around. You have this interesting features. You have the eyes, like human eyes, almond shaped. They are brownish with green inserts. It's almost like little patterns on the brown type thing. And it's like a big platform, and the ship is on the platform, and you're taking out some you know what you're taking out? It kind of looks like those med beds that they show, like they the pictures that you see everywhere. But the top looks like, okay, it's like a cargo thing. You are taking it out of the ship where you are a commander Ra, and I see some other people. They're more like dressed like a suit, like one piece suit overall, with the belt, with the buckle in the middle, and it's dark, like black, like it's that black. Your black is more shiny. There is more like non-shiny, but it's got the belt, and it's almost looks like a leather belt, but it's not leather. It's more like when you touch it, it feels like rubber, like something like this. It got some devices on it. Looks like little boxes with different lights and buttons maybe. And you just they're taking, I see how they're carrying one. It looks like a like a prolonged oval capsule type thing, but on top it's not rounded. It's more like streamlined, different sides, composed of different sides. I don't really know how to describe it, but when they semi-precious stones, when they do the sides, it kind of looks like that. And it's kind of like multi-structure. There's 3 layers at the bottom. There's a crystal layer inside because I see it's transparent, and then it goes like this pink, and then the green outside, and then the on top it's more like all like violet color kind of interesting things. And they're made out of crystals, like this is totally. Uh, and you're transporting it to this platform. And this platform is rather interesting because from far away, it looks like a meteor, almost like a piece of meteor flying, and you don't see because there is some shield of protection over it, and you bring there's like domes. They're covered with I don't know what it is, the material. It looks kind of like transparent plastic, but it's not. They look kind of like biodomes, but the platform is large oval, like a stretched out oval, and all the domes are round, and they're all around the platform. And in the middle is a spaceship. That's where you usually land your spaceship, and they're taking out those. There are 20 of them that they carry out, and they put them in the different three different domes. Domes are multicolored, they're different colors. It's like each color represents something, or you say it's a color therapy. And also, I see like different types of spaceships. They come through there. There's like a Stargate located there. It's right on the other side of the Saturn. It's like the Saturn side that apparently we cannot see. It and also it's shielded by it, so we don't see it. Even though the platform is very physical, and I see them bringing different types of aliens uh, there, and you put them in those med beds, but they're not called that way. They're called something else, more like regeneration device or recover pod or something like this. And I see like they carry an interesting alien with a big tear-shaped head with some sort of mohawk, but it's made out of skin on top. He is amphibian being. He's got this large hands with 4 fingers and large feet. And they open this thing. Um, it's like interesting how it opens by itself, like in both ways, but then when it closes, it looks very solid, like it merges in, so you don't see a seam even where it closes, like when the door closes. And I see him inside. There's some interesting devices. It's at the hand level, like shoulder, solar plexus, and hips, and they look like cords with opening, um, more like cone opening with the light, and the light changes. It changes from green to yellow to blue to purple and back, and it's like it activates in the body some natural regeneration processes. Um, I think those beings are carried from multiple missions, or sometimes something happens to their spaceship or some explosion, so their world got destructed and destroyed, or meteor hit their spaceship on the way, or some battle happened during the mission, saving somebody or some group or something like this. Because a lot of them, I get a feeling like they save the abductees when they get abducted by different alien groups, and they literally attack the spaceship of who are those? They're like metallic looking oh, shape of a lizard but made out of metal. I kind of like moved into a scene where they got this green amphibious being from. They were on a spaceship. It looked like a triangle, and they were attacking those metallic. That's the body of of that reptilian lizard being. It's covered with metal to for protection, and they were trying to grab a couple of ab- abducted humans from them. And they got into battle. They actually accomplished their mission, but they got helped also. But there's something happened to them because they got blasted with some weapon that looked like it damaged and created some sort of, mm, we would call it psychological trauma maybe, but in their case, it's that the way the body functions got screwed up. Um, that's like the fastest way to explain it. So the energy flow got messed up. It needs to be restructured back to normal. And the machine they're in reads their DNA, reads how they're supposed to be in a stable condition, and gives them the impulses through the lights, multicolored lights, to activate their own regeneration processes. Mm, and basically, you're like on the spaceship. It looks like it got, it's like it's round, but it's kind of structured. Um, Structured in a way the same, just like that crystal with the sides. It has particular um, configuration to it, the way shape goes. That doesn't really look like anything we have on Earth, so not easy to explain. But some parts are like it's not smooth. It got some geometric shapes embedded in it, say. Mm. So sometimes you transport specialists on your spaceship, other times you transport healing devices or technology to this platform. Was the And that platform was set up in the future. It's like I get the feeling that you came here from the future because I see the year 2027, and it's like that's when you came from there to here to avoid to make sure some disaster is avoided, some catastrophe is avoided. And you're saying that everybody's will be talking about it, and people already talking, but nobody's listening because there are some timelines. If people don't wake up on time, there could be some collision created by the energies of the non-awakened people, mm, because of the force of them being asleep. Their aggression and their anger would create some transformation. It's like a wave. I see like a wave on the sea, but it's an energy wave, and they would be shot into the sky, and it would. I see all the universe, all the planets, all these objects in the universe are being shaken like stars, planets, and it creates like a domino effect wave when um, some abnormal energy flow happens. And when that happens, there's a possibility of, let's say, explosion of one of the other planet, and then it might explode into multiple pieces, and one of the pieces would hit the earth, things like that. There are multiple timelines when different things like that happen, and you just came here with your crew Let me see how many. I get crew of 32 to um to help out this time. And this is your second life here. That was just the first one and the second, and you say in a way they run in parallel because I see the first life. You live in the forest and you have a lot of they're like owls. They are like owls. I think they are owls, actually. Yeah. Mm, you're just, you love the birds and you talk to them. Why? Because you recognize them from the other planets. You also recognize some other creatures, we call animals from other planets, and you like talking to them because they're like miniature versions of what we have everywhere else. And you actually, in that first life, it was rather calm life because you were afraid of going straight and be connected straight to a lot of people because you saw how screwed up the world is and how the artificially created programs are ruining the people's perception and how they're giving up their own free will and decision making to others, which they call authorities. And you just decided to, you know what you were doing? You would lay down in some sort of meditation, and I see like candles around you, but they're not candles like your typical candles. You would take acorns from the woods and you would put like wax. They opened ones. They opened. And you would pour wax around it and create like egg shaped candle that way. And there would be a smell of that acorn. And you put them in little metallic bowls. And I see four of them, two on both sides, and you're lying in this bed that looks like it's made by you. And I see like a little, it looks like a little reindeer with stripes, but a baby one. You know, you have a lot of animals in your house. There's lots of animals. There's even the fox there. And some of them are sleeping, others are not. Just lots of them. They're all over the place. You even have chickens walking around. And you see you live by yourself there. And when you're in meditative state, which you do twice a day in the morning and the evening, you create this thought form, very powerful one, to send people the message with information. And you just like shoot it up with the force of your mind. And it spreads out like rain of information all over the place. And you're just, with information, you think that you're healing. It's like the healing informational rain, energetic rain over the heads of those who are ready to be based in it. And that's what you do all that life. And you actually go from that body at the age of 58 because that's your decision to go. And then because you know how everything is corrupted, you jump from that body straight to the body of the now that you have. You didn't really, you do this one thing which is interesting. I see you going when your body is asleep out of your body. You go to one of those centers. They look like the typical marble um big buildings with columns, like one of those, in Rome or museums type building. And you can just go into this one room, and it has, like, it's called like you call the computer room, but it's in the astral, and you can watch some people's lives. It's like almost like Akashic Records type of place. But there are a lot of places like this. Different beings go to different ones. You go to this one, and it just right in the one of the layers of the earth, and you just watch other lives. You, because you're curious, you've never been to this planet before, and you're curious about people's behavior, perception, ideas, how there are stories. Stories for you, these are stories. And you watch them like movies. You like that. It's like reading a fairy tale, except that's only your energy body goes. I see those, there is on top, on top, I see an interesting thing. It's almost like a device. It looks like a triangle with a circle, and in the circle there is like a star, but it's golden. And in the golden star, there is like pirates use or whatever. How do you call this pipe? To see through. That's kind of like that. It's just I don't see an eye as it is, but I see some device that they can look through it to watch you. Let's see who's behind it. Well, behind it happens to be, it's like they watch you or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's reptilian, the green one. But then there is another reptilian with different kind of shaped webbed feet. But it looks like a big lizard with long neck, and head looks more like a snake type. But he's the one who's controlling. Reptilian is the one who's watching. He's just watching and trying to disrupt your life, let's say. There is some interesting thing. It almost looks like here's what they periodically do. It's like, it looks like a cannon, like a typical cannon. They put like the energy, it looks like an energy ball in it, and then they shoot. And they use this device for shooting the energy sphere, and then your energy sphere shakes. And when it shakes, that's when you don't feel well or something happens. But they only do it in those situations when you're pretty close to remembering some things about yourself, recovering some memories, or doing something important that you feel like doing, but then the plans change because you don't feel well. Because I literally see like it bounces, it bangs into your energy sphere, and it shakes you energetically. Let's go back to see. So you came here with this group, 32. They're all over the place though. They're not even near you. And they consider you like the term that everybody uses, like a star seed. And because of that, they have to really closely watch you. And there is something in your energy sphere. I was just trying to touch it, and then all of a sudden, right in the middle, and now I understand why I see you off to the right side, because right in the middle there is like like those drills they use for drilling concrete or making holes. It's just like the spiral thingy goes right in the middle of your energy sphere, and it creates like a swirl of energy around it that feels, when I get close to it, it like gives me nausea almost. It's like a low vibration. And that's why you actually don't know how to remove it. You see it, but you don't know what to do about it. The thing is, when you were getting into your first incarnation, you passed all the layers of the filters that they put on you, like rings. Ding, ding, ding. They put rings on you of layers of software programs, right? You try to escape that, but they notice that, and they put like it's like a laser kind of imprint on you, so they marked you. That's why that the whole thing was watching you and put this in your energy sphere because of the dream. It was done in the dream. I get a feeling it was some either repetitive scary dream or some scary dream that they definitely did it in the mode of you being super scared. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to do it. Because your subconscious is pretty determined to do this mission. There's a lot of connections your subconscious says he made, calls himself he, in these 2 lifetimes. And there's a lot of souls that came here, let's say from the future, but in fact, there's no past, there's no future, there's only now. But for our linear understanding, you kind of jumped in the most probable timelines, saw what was going to happen, what could possibly happen, and now not only you but others from other galaxies also trying to jump into this battlefield we call artificial Earth, and just a layer that we exist on, to change the program and to actually destroy the artificial layer. So you're one of those who's trying to destroy the artificial layer and to bring the healing, much like you do in those domes and delivering equipment. And yeah, for you it's all about delivering, flying, connecting. You like to connect to different beings because you're interested in different cultures and different star races, how they look, what they do, what they're all about, their DNA and things like that. So I see what you're doing now. You're just taking out that spiral from your energy sphere. It's like the energy sphere created division, misunderstanding in between you and your subconscious to create that. That was the idea why it was being used as an implant. So you took it out. And then there's something about in the blood, there's like spikes. Like literally I see them like, like spikes on the rose. That's kind of like they look like. You're taking them out, you're sucking them out. They look kind of metallic-y looking, metallic plastic, dark gray. like some elements, artificial elements you got from air, water, food, substances taken in the past. So that's from that. You're just creating like a vacuum. I offered you to create that or something else, and thought it was a good idea. So you created a vacuum and you're sucking them all out. The rod is just like you pushed it out into the portal. And now you're healing the tubic holes in your energies here. And we're separating it into parts. There's also a very interesting thing on the back that I did not notice before. It almost looks like golden, made out of gold dust, like this. It's not smooth. It's like the wings of a butterfly on your back. And they're very beautiful. They're curved. It's almost like a work of art rather than the wings. When I said that lizard starts sticking its tongue out, I think it's because it's from the lizard. He said because through the wings, he can get to you, get inside you, and try to feel how it feels to be in human body, because their race desires to enter human bodies and control them. And it's as if they need this beautiful container, because he says that a lot of alien beings love the human race, the way they look, and they want to be loved like that too. That lizard says. He's just a weird looking lizard with a kind of, now he puts like a bow tie on, looks like a kind of very thin lizardy, crocodile spotted thing. Um, he actually got some strange thing to him. He feels very like narcissistic type. It was pretty funny to look, because he's kind of like looking at himself and the reflection of your energy sphere. How he looks. So you froze that metallic one and the other one, this one, in your energy sphere. There is a person, disincarnated person, in the, looks like in the right side of your body, right leg, right arm. He just came out when I told you to touch your body and to look closely at yourself. He came out, and it's the energy of doubt that you had from first life to this one. It's a deep subconscious energy of doubt that this guy came towards to and resonated with and was able to walk into you. So you're opening a portal for him. Energy of doubting of yourself, and also uncertainty, because you're on a mission, but it's also very hard to survive on this mission in this environment. And your crew, they're not around you, and it makes it hard. So you're opening like interesting portal for him. It looks like it looks just like a space with sun energy. I see like lots of circles, bigger, 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 different yellow, orangey, kind of vibrational color energy. And he just goes into it as if he was It gives him this feeling of being healed by the sun. That's what you created for him. So he went there. 112 DNA strands. So 100 you're not really using. Um, 12 you've been using in the astral, but only 2 in the physical. You created the same kind of, actually what you did now, you went back to this, one of the domes on the platform. It's a bright kind of, it's like a beautiful color of pink, not super bright, but, and you walked, you laid into this, now you call it a restructuring pod, like that healing thing. You walked into it, laid down, and I see the lights are flickering. From outside, that looks like you're in a like a disco, something lights going on inside, kind of interesting. Looks very fun and kind of warmth coming from it. Um, and then you just healed your mental, emotional bodies. Because you need to be strong to continue this journey. That's what you're saying. And it just melts everything that doesn't belong. So everything, you threw everything out anyway, but just in case something is left, it's kind of regeneration type of procedure you're going through. And I see you coming out. The door's opening the same way, both sides. You step out and you, as if you created like a passageway, like a bridge to your down to earth. It looks pretty. It's like you're walking on a ray of light, balancing on it. Back into your energy sphere. You're just telling the lizard, 2 lizards, to go out of your energy sphere. That they should, that you refuse anybody entering your energy sphere, anybody connecting to you, anybody watching you, and um, you kind of like look. It's all about your eyes and your consciousness create this wave or ray of light that pushed away that pyramid with that tube that looked like binoculars or something. I don't know, like a lens through which they were looking at you. Um, you did that, and you also, it's kind of like I see threads of connection, energetic connection to your crew members of 32. The interesting thing is just we actually also were like I see what you did was the wings too. You threw them out. You kind of unscrewed them and threw them out. Yeah, I wanted to say because wings brought me to the fact that you were like a human being with the wings. Um, the wings are like the fairy tales about the elves and all this. There are planets with creatures like you, like I'm looking at you right now. You look this glowing white color being translucent with translucent wings. And you look very human. You got the hair. You're actually a woman, like a woman kind of type energy, female for sure, but female features. The big blue eyes in this one, and but the body and the wings are all translucent. It's energy. It's totally ninth dimension energy planet. Zebra, you call it Zebra 9, Sibra 9, and there are 9 zebras altogether. It's Sebright constellation or something. Sibraie. Yeah, constellation. I looked at it for a second, like writing, and then it disappeared. So, but it's really far away from where we are right now. Because the universe is huge, it's giant. So we can only see in this kind of like um this far, let's say. But we haven't been to the far, far, far places yet. Far away places. You've been different creatures. Been a bird, a gnome type creature, but not gnomes like our gnomes. Very tall, lean being, like a blue gnome, like totally blue color skin, everything dressed and like forest gnomes. That's what you call yourself. But that's in fifth dimension. It's different. It's more like looks more like physical to me. Mm. So this one is Zigmi. I think it's Zigmu. Zimgu. That's how you call the planet, Zigmo. So you know they're all different existences you have all around. So, but at some point you just decided enough of playing. Let's do something real good and let's speed up. I think it's a collective of the universe that decided to speed up the process of awakening on a lot of planets at the same time, including the Earth, because otherwise the universe can be destroyed. That's why you decided to be the Captain Ram. So, but yeah, you're clean, and there are no clones, no hybrids. Nope, they couldn't really touch you. They could watch you. They could put a rod in the middle to disrupt your energy flow, but not really much they could do. So it's all gone. If you want, we can record a separate video with separate questions and your questions, or you have some questions that would be interesting for others, you can do that too. It's up to you.
I would rather record them privately.
Okay.